For over a century, the internal combustion engine has been the primary power source for commercial and private automobiles across the world. Originally conceptualized and refined during the latter half of the 19th century, the engine quickly revolutionized transportation by providing reliable and powerful means of converting fuel into mechanical energy. By the early 20th century, internal combustion engines had become central to cars, trucks, ships, motorcycles, and even planes. These engines opened the door to mass transportation, global trade, and personal mobility, shaping societies and economies in ways that are still true today. I will speak about the modernization of the combustion engine, specifically the development and adaptation of computer technology, and how these advancements have dramatically changed efficiency, emissions, and performance. Early automobile engines relied entirely on mechanical systems for fuel delivery and air intake. Before electronic controls existed, engines used carburetors or early mechanical fuel injection systems to mix gasoline and air. These systems depended on springs, valves, jets, and vacuum pressure to determine how much fuel entered the engine. While innovative for their time, they were also very limited. The Encyclopedia Britannica describes early mechanical injection systems as inconsistent, explaining that they lacked the ability to control fuel delivery precisely. Without accurate control, engines often ran too rich or too lean. This means they had either too much air or too little fuel. This led to the high fuel consumption, increased emissions, and poor cold weather performance. Because these systems relied solely on mechanical feedback, they could not adapt to constant changes in temperature, altitude, throttle position, load, or driving conditions. The result was a power plant that functioned but was not efficient, and certainly not clean by modern standards. To solve these problems, engineers began looking for a solution that allowed engines to think and adapt in real time. This led to the adaptation of the computer into the automobile. The modern engine control module, often called the ECU or the ECM, serves as the engine's brain. Early versions appeared as far back as the early 1960s, initially created to manage basic fuel injection. These simple computers could process sensor data and adjust fuel delivery far more accurately than mechanical systems. By the early 1980s, mass-produced vehicles began incorporating more advanced computer modules capable of controlling ignition timing, fuel injection, and early emission control systems. As onboard sensors improved, ECUs gained the ability to analyze oxygen levels, intake pressure, throttle position, crankshaft rotation, exhaust composition, and even atmospheric pressure. At the same time, governments worldwide, especially the United States, Europe, and Japan, began introducing stricter emissions and safety regulations. New laws like the U.S. Clean Air Act forced automakers to reduce pollution dramatically. Computer-controlled fuel and ignition systems made these requirements possible. As ECUs evolved, they became central to vehicle operation. Modern cars now feature dozens of modules controlling dozens of different sensors, including your transmission, braking system, force induction systems, stability controls, and even now, driver assist and self-driving systems. These technological advancements and regulations have pushed automobiles to seek additional ways to increase engine efficiency and reduce emissions. Another major advancement that has shaped modern engines is the widespread use of force induction. Force induction refers to any system, such as a turbocharger or supercharger, that compresses incoming air before it enters the engine. When more air is packed into the cylinder, more fuel can be burned efficiently, resulting in more power for a smaller engine size. Turbocharging in particular has become a dominant technology. A turbo uses exhaust gases to spin a turbine, then compresses intake air. This increases oxygen concentration and allows the engine to produce more power with lower fuel delivery. In simpler terms, the engine does more work with less fuel. Force induction also helps automakers meet government efficiency standards. A small turbocharged engine can deliver the same performance as a large naturally aspirated engine, while producing fewer emissions. This is why many modern vehicles, such as trucks and SUVs, use turbochargers and 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder engines instead of the larger V8 engines that were common in previous decades. Along with improved fuel efficiency, forced induction works seamlessly with engine control computers. The ECU monitors boost pressure, air temperatures, and fuel mixture to ensure the engine stays within a safe and optimal operating temperature. The automobile engine has undergone dramatic and transformative changes over the last 50 years. What began as a purely mechanical system evolved into a highly sophisticated system controlled by powerful computers and advanced sensors. The development of ECUs and electronic fuel injection, forced induction, has allowed modern engines to become far more efficient and clean. Although electric vehicles represent the future due to their higher efficiency, the modernization of the internal combustion engine remains one of the most important engineering advancements in human history. Understanding these improvements can help us appreciate the incredible technology that has helped us progress and create the world we know today.